right.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
Well, I didn't expect to hear Lumine talk herself.
Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us?
But how would it do that?
Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics. My lady, did you get hurt?
Hold on, something's not right. She's not injured this time.
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh?
Alright, we're continuing on with our little time loop festival here, and I doubt we're actually out of here like these two for some reason believe we are.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous here, so...
Dunyarzad's gonna pass out now, isn't she?
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around, right?
When is this second Dunyarzad gonna pass out?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. Go and do your thing.
We're really just gonna let the day go by, huh? It's just gonna repeat again. People are gonna start dying. And I cannot open this bottle.
Whew. It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this on auto so I can open this fucking thing.
Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
No, you fool.
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
What?
Hey! What kind of an answer is that? Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow.
I don't know if now's a great time to be putting us through a test.
Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept?
I have no idea.
It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival. Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already shut down.
When is it ever on?
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did God just say take a shit? I mean, yeah. It sure makes you feel better when you flush away the anxiety shit. But I wasn't expecting her to say anything like that. Who taught the Dendro-Archon this?
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say? Did Paimon hear you correctly? Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange? It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago.
We're going to go get some rest.
Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax. Let's go back to our room.
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
What an ass. You're just gonna reset, like I said. Wow, this thing!
We're still in the same day.
As expected, it's not as simple as we thought. Well, why did you act so calm about it?
Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the samsara? Why did you tell us? Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds. Paimon thought the Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after all. Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Well, that's quite nice, but...
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast. What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence.
Are we talking about in general, or what?
In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it? Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
The time loop theory is indeed incorrect.
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
Diha's fighting skills have been improving, and Dunita's illness has also gotten worse.
Oh yeah, you're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical condition should also reset. So, what's your new hypothesis?
Talk more for us. Okay, let's not talk about the same thing. Okay.
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals. Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory. And Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles.
What am I supposed to associate this with?
I can't...
Okay, yeah, actually, just as I thought. But I don't know, bodily memories and that almost didn't seem right. Anyway.
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive that same day again and again.
Just like your dreams getting stolen. We aren't in a time loop. Instead, our memories are being erased at the end of each day.
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before. But muscle memory can't be erased.
Well, I gave up on opening
That's why
that.
Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense. A brilliant deduction. Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong. To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
Man, look, I get that you're trying to make sure that we can figure things out so we don't have to rely on you. But man, some people's lives are on a time limit.
That isn't simple at all!
Still the wrong conclusion, huh?
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
How do we not know that we've actually have solved this?
Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go! We don't have many more festivals to waste. Hurry and find the truth.
Man, you just gotta start telling us these things. imagine you put the fate of all of Sumeru in the hands of one person, and that one person is actually not very smart. Then you're just screwing around.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
Yeah, anyway.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it.
Forget that. Let's just get straight to the point.
Oh, that works.
You suddenly became proficient with your greatsword because we've lived through the same day many times already, and our memories of the day are erased every night.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this greatsword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used? The money we spent, the food we ate?
It just gets replaced.
Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
I've thought about that too. But if the sages were behind this, if they utilized the entire city's resources as well as the information supplied by the Akasha...
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything! It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Man, at this point, this is where I would start getting frustrated.
I can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
Yeah, I'd just be getting really frustrated at this point. Like, what? There's something new now?
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike.
Well, if I told you the Akasha recorded your fighting style and was put into a canned thing of knowledge, and then somebody took that canned knowledge, used it, and then attacked a new training dummy, then they could get the exact same results as you did. Because it is exactly your memories.
It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
Okay, either I'm just the big dummy, or these people aren't thinking big enough.
Whew, hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain-exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun.
No, it is not fun, it's actually getting frustrating.
Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Yeah, have fun, the thing is gonna be cancelled.
Well, one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong?
What, did our brain cells get deleted at the same time, or what?
But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
We're not in the real world.
Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now?
Let me think. I suddenly realized that something is strange.
Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately.
How come we've never thought about leaving the city?
Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution. Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city.
Also, wait, I just also realized something. Diha, if she didn't hit the training dummy today, it wouldn't matter if something looked different or not. If she didn't hit the training dummy today, there is no reason to change the training dummy at all. I'm actually getting... I'm getting a little mad.
I can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
We should have thought about this a long time ago.
How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city. You're back early today. Did you find something new? Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
Have we ever tried leaving the city?
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before. We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back? Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it. It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town. Really? That's kind of strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Maybe this is the key.
Yep. Something here is definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
What, nothing to say this time?
Our memories are back!
Let's go and try to leave the city today.
About that... Well, where should Paimon begin?
Huh? Paimon, what do you mean?
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you.
Another message? From who?
Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
This is my own voice?
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday.
Let's go try and leave the city today.
Okay, let's go! We don't have many more festivals to wait.
Man, I tell you, this is definitely the greatest quest we have. I mean, it's definitely getting me into it if it's fucking starting to irritate me because some people aren't exactly thinking as big brain as me, though I'm probably just thinking stupid. I want to figure it out.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
Aha.
It looks like the Academia already announced the lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me, I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else.
Of course the Academia wouldn't share their plans with a pawn.
Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere at once. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's hurry!
Paimon, stay here.
Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind?
Leaving the city might trigger disruptions to our memories. We need someone to stay and witness events from this side.
But what if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you. Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we?
If we leave together, it'll be just the same as before.
Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. Just a quick look.
Okay, okay.
And please, be careful.
So this is where then the Traveler would blank out.
Memories!
Let's go and try to leave the city today.
Traveler!
What's wrong, Paimon?
Paimon thought Paimon would never see you again. You just disappeared. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
What did I promise?
Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think she understood what you were saying. Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Although I don't remember doing any of this, still, I'm sorry, Paimon. I won't leave you behind.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so scared that you had gone into another world. Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two people's different perspectives. After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant.
You sure that's what you saw? You weren't zoning out or anything?
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention. What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this?
Yes, I don't even know that yesterday existed.
I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken. So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased?
So they didn't just restrict access to Sumeru City. They're also erasing the memories of those who leave.
It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside.
If our memories will be erased, can we leave behind something other than memories?
Something like a message? But how can we send it back? Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyarzad for me. Yep! Now we're talking!
So this is when the Traveler would then go outside, and then when she has enough, she would then do the quick message she brought.
I'm done. Here you go. What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal? You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node. To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right? Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city. We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now.
It's worth a try.
Let's go then. Let's expose those sages.
I still think you should stay.
All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday. But Paimon still isn't happy about it.
See you tomorrow, Paimon.
Okay. See you tomorrow, Traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far.
So that message was what I left for myself when I left the city.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
2?
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
I mean, Lumine did sound like she was in a panic.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty, except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents. There's another part here. We only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there? What did the Traveler want to say? What are those spaces?
Different realities?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment. Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message? The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal. After the beep, Traveler said even the final space has also disappeared. Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence. My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
You know, I actually want to say, I wonder if people are gonna keep complaining that the Traveler doesn't speak now. because she and of course Ether are doing a shit ton of talking right now.
Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be catastrophic?
Well, why would the real world show itself? This wouldn't be the right answer, would it? Yeah. But why would it show the space where we were... maybe it is the space we were yesterday, but why?
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears! And we're taken to the next day!
Could we get... I wonder, so from what I've been gathering, yeah, all of Sumeru is trapped in this. It's all been trapped in this, so... It's only in Sumeru, because I doubt that Lumine could even get out of Sumeru even for a split second to see if anything was weird.
Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them.